Okay. I just wanted to is live streaming the Bible and also going to live stream the Quran. I'm going to go through the Bible and all the things right, all wrong, and all the really horrible shit and why I don't accept it or why nobody should accept it. Okay, so let's start at the beginning of the Bible. Now, the Bible starts with a chapter called Genesis. So let's call Genesis, which is obviously, it's talking about a creation event. So let's start with Genesis 1. And I just want to start this. Okay, Genesis 1, this is the first creation account. Okay, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Well, now that's just obviously wrong. Okay, we know from a variety of scientific theories and scientific streams, like cosmology, Big Bang, particle physics, biology, what is it? Abiogenesis. We know from study of the Earth and all that sort of stuff that this is not what happened. Okay, the Big Bang was the start of everything. Now, if you want to call anything out of Earth heaven, I don't think that's correct, because the Big Bang was the start of the universe. Okay. The Big Bang happened, and we know that from the cosmic microwave background. Okay, and from a variety of different other things as well. Red shifting of galaxies moving away, all that sort of stuff. So that happened. And what happened there, at first there was just like, it was so hot. There was just nothing but energy. And it took, a couple of minus whatever the seconds for protons and electrons start forming. Okay, so the first, what eventually came out of that is hydrogen, helium, and lithium for the most part. Okay, so what happened is that, things keep happening, and then once we got photons, we might have gotten some kind of light, but that was after quite some time. Okay, now working gravity was a thing at this point. So, hydrogen, helium, and lithium, maybe a little bit of oxygen, or whatever came after that, is started forming into stars. Okay, stars started forming, and as they went through their life cycle, and some of them went to supernova, heavier elements were started to form. Okay, so about 5 billion years ago, so the universe is about 13.8 billion years old. And that's just like by stars eventually forming, going supernova. Heavier elements started before more stars form, they go supernova. We start to get Earth and other type of, iron and other type of heavier elements. Okay, so the sun and the Earth are about 5 billion years old. So the universe is a lot older than us, than our planet, to speak. Okay, so in the beginning, Earth wasn't created. Earth wasn't created until quite a long time after that event, after the universe. And there was already other planets and other stars and everything else, other stuff that was there before any of that. Okay. Then the next bit goes, and the Earth was out form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the earth, upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved on the face of the workers. Well, talk about something that doesn't actually mean anything. The earth was without form. So was there an earth that wasn't? So is this saying that Earth wasn't a planet? If there's no planet, then how can it be called Earth? It's not without form. Without form, what does that even mean? You're saying without form, it wasn't there, so he's got this virtual reality Earth or something? and void. So is that space, or is that meant to be nothing? I mean, this absolutely makes no sense. And again, it's incorrect. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. And again, what does that mean? The deep of what? Deep of space? The deep of what? I mean, that's certainly silly too, because other suns older than ours were around at that time. So there was sun. So darkness was, I mean, if our sun had not yet formed, then I guess there's darkness here, but then nothing's here because that hasn't formed yet. And the spirit of the God moved upon the face of the waters. What waters? I mean, it just said that earth was without form. So where are the waters? And earth can't. If earth is that form, where are the waters going to be? And I mean, the spirit of God, what does that even mean? That's a nothing sentence. It means absolutely nothing. There's a lot wrong with that, And then Genesis chapter 1, verse 3. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. So God went flick like the switch. That's just stupid. The sun formed, and our solar system formed out of an accretion disk. Okay? As in, our sun's about 5 billion years old. But there was light before our sun formed. You're saying light for this planet? This is, if you just read, this as it is, this is just, it's so incorrect, it's not funny. Okay, so the sun formed, the rest of the planets formed out of an accretion disk, it's just, let there be light. Well, you just don't go flick. Suns form out of gases and, nuclear fusion, all that sort of stuff. Hello?
Hello, Val. Hopefully you stopped driving now.
Yeah, I've stopped. Yeah, thanks.
Anyways, Val, every time, every single day, I'm feeling more happy than stupid nursing shit. Yeah, basically.